If you're a designer, creative, or a product designer, then there's this great new webcam from BenQ. It's called the IDCam S1 Pro. It's got a lot of different features that I want to cover and show you. But first up, you get a nice little box design. It comes with a webcam. Then you've also got the puck as well that comes with it. It has batteries, which is a nice little touch, so you can use it wireless mode. All you got to do is just plug in the USB and you're ready to play. I do recommend first using the Inspire app. You need to use that to actually use that webcam properly, to use the settings, customize it and stuff before you can use it, for example, like in Zoom or on Google Meet. So I do recommend make sure you download the Inspire app. Now, some of the modes it does have, it's got portrait mode, so it's great if you just want a nice desktop shot. If you're maybe on a client call, then it's perfect for that. I think that's really cool. It also has easy rotate. It really just sits nicely on top of your PC. All you got to do is just tighten the little lock, put it on, and just legit slide on the webcam, and then you can move it up and down really easy. So if you just want to switch from just desktop view down to your workspace, and maybe you want to look at your sketches or whatever of that, you can easily switch to that mode. And so I think that's probably one of the best things I like about this, is that I can show my sketches. Maybe I'm working on a design. Maybe I want to show like a intern, one of my designers or whatever it is. I can show them what I'm working on, or if I'm pitching a product and I've got like maybe sketches for a new car design or something, then the client can see that. And then to even make it even better, they've actually included 15 times magnification. It has this cool macro lens, so you just snap it on. It's magnetic, which is really helpful. And then I can actually put it on any paper, or whether it's an SD card or my book or my sketches. And so the macro lens has the power of 15x zoom in, can zoom into any detail, and I can click the little light button as well, so I can see any fabric or detail when I'm putting it on my mat or any sketchbook. I can also use the ruler tool, so I've got to click the ruler tool and I can actually measure certain sketches of my design, whether it's an icon or maybe I'm designing a product or a car or whatever it is. I can actually measure clearly the exact measurements. You can click the little pencil tool to start drawing over the image as well, so I can look at all the measurements, and I can erase it as well with the little eraser button. So it uses an 8 megapixel Sony sensor, which is really good quality, and it also comes with autofocus as well. So the autofocus is decent. Sometimes it does pulsate a little bit when it's trying to connect, so it's a little bit slow sometimes. You can switch to manual focus as well if you want to manually focus, but I love how you can just grab the cam and just move it around. So if you're on the go, you want to do like sort of selfie style or take a picture, that's pretty cool. Man, think about like if you're working on like a YouTube thumbnail, that could be good for taking photos. And on the control puck, you can actually hit the mute button, which is cool. You can also click the little ice icon, which is to freeze the picture. So maybe you don't want people to see what you're doing. Maybe you went to the toilet or something, you could do that. You can also turn auto focus and manual focus on as well. And you can also press the button for taking a picture, so it's really useful. Now within the app, you do have a whole bunch of settings. You actually can create custom profiles. I created a custom profile, and what I did is I brought the brightness down. I played around with the contrast as well. You can play with saturation, which is cool too. They also have filters, so if you want a certain color grade, you can just click on one of the filters and play around with which one you like. So that's a nice touch. You've also got some features like ruler. You've got horizontal flip as well if you want to flip the image, or vertical flip, which is cool. You can switch modes to high quality, to demo, to whatever your whatever situation you're working on. You can also choose the autofocus and manual focus buttons on the right hand side. So overall, the quality is really great. The only thing I don't like is that it's very noisy and grainy, because the ISO is just bumped up really high in the camera sensor, I think. And so it's trying to compensate and make all the dark parts really light, so it's actually making it a little bit grainy. So that's one of the things I didn't like. If it wasn't grainy though, the quality, the actual image quality is actually pretty good. Like it's really strong and it's pretty sharp. That was the only downside that I didn't like about it. It also has an inbuilt noise canceling mic. It sounds good, so I definitely use that for client calls and speaking to potential leads and stuff. Yeah, audio is really great, and that's one thing you really need when you don't have a solid mic like this one. You want to have those a strong mic. Now you also have the option to do split screen or share your screen. So if you're doing a demo of a design presentation and you want to show your client, then it's really easy. You just click a few buttons and it's done really fast. So it's super easy to change that on the fly. You can use this camera in Zoom. It works fine, just like a normal webcam as well. But obviously if you want that extra functionality, you want to make sure that you have Inspire open, and you can easily just change the source of which camera you're using on the fly, and you can switch it really easily. And now if you ever want to actually zoom in as well, you can easily zoom in with a few clicks. You can zoom in 3.5 times, which is nice. So if you want to zoom in a bit extra, maybe you don't have a good nice background, you can crop that in a bit and you know, show your face a bit more. But overall, I think it's a solid build. Like, it's built really strong. It sits nicely on my monitor. I think it really works, and it's easy to play around. You know, it's easy to move around. It's lightweight. And the quality is pretty good, but as I mentioned before, just a few things that could probably improve for the next iteration. If you want to check it out, the ID Cam S1 Pro, I will put a link down in the description below. Check it out. BenQ has great products, and I think this is a great step in the right direction, especially for creatives or designers. I think this is a great option. So thanks so much for watching. If you do want to see the 4K BenQ monitor that I've been using, then you can check it out in this video right here.